guys, this is Bird from Inside Outline and welcome back to another Cricut video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this teddy bear can glass in a 20-ounce size glass. And I just want to thank Boba and Bear for sponsoring this video. This is a very quick and easy Cricut craft, so you don't have to worry about me rambling on and on. This is a craft that you can make within 5 to 10 minutes. So let's jump right into this video. So as you can see, I have all of my supplies here on my workspace. This is the bear glass that I'm going to be using. I do not have the Libbey glass that has the lid and the straw, but I do have this one that's just as nice. I got this one from Walmart and it is the Mainstay brand, and it says for use with cold drinks, dishwasher safe, and it is a 20-ounce beer can glass. Okay, so again, this is 20 ounces and this is what that glass looks like. Really cute. And I think I paid about $1 and some change for this glass. I'm going to insert a video clip of me getting this glass from Walmart, and again, it is that Mainstay brand from Walmart. Okay, so that's the glass I'm going to be using. Also have some adhesive vinyl, and I'm using a variety of brands. One of them is Oracal 651, and then I also have some Tech Wrap adhesive vinyl, and then some Starcraft adhesive vinyl as well. I have my cutting mat right here. I have some alcohol in this little container. I have my weeder, a little measuring tape, so I can measure around my glass so you can see what that design size is. And then I have some scissors, a regular ruler if we end up needing that, and then some some transfer tape as well. This is my favorite Expressions vinyl transfer tape. And I have a little small piece of napkin just to wipe down my glass with that alcohol. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Also going to peel that sticker off the bottom of my glass. Okay, so I'm going to set my glass to the side so that it can dry off. So here I am over on the Boba and Bear website, and as you can see right off the bat, they do have a 50% off all of their SVG wraps if you use this code BOBA50, so be sure to take advantage of that deal. She has some really cute SVG files that are made for these tumblers or those Libbey beer can glasses. I worked with Isabella over at Boba and Bear. And again, as you can see, I'm just scrolling through some of these designs that she has available. She has so many great options to choose from. I also like that they do have like all of their best-selling designs that you can buy right off the bat. So I think that's a really cool deal for you all to take advantage of. And a lot of her designs are made to fit 16-ounce glasses. So yeah, be sure to click on the link down below in the description to go over to the Boba and Bear shop to purchase you an SVG file for your beer can glass. So what I'm going to do now is to hop over to Cricut Design Space. So once you've purchased your design here on Boba and Bear, you want to go over to Cricut Design Space, click the upload button, upload image, and then click browse. So then I'm going to search for this design in my folder, and I'm going to click on the SVG layered file, and the file that I'm using is like some teddy bears, and they're really cute. So I'll just click on that SVG file and click open, and this is a preview of my design, so I will click continue. Here's another preview. You can change the name over here if you want to, just so that you can search for it later and make it really easy to search for if you use a descriptive name, and then click the upload button. Okay, so the design is already ready to be cut. The good thing that I love about Boba and Bear is that the design is already sized for a 16-ounce glass. My glass, however, is 20 ounces. So I may just take up the size a little bit. I'm just dragging it up just a little bit. And I did end up measuring my glass, and it is 9.5 inches wide. And again, I'm using a 20-ounce glass. So my glass was 9.5 inches wide. So I'll just change that. And you can see that the height automatically adjusted to 4.213. In measuring the glass, I did say that, you know, the height of my glass could be about 5 inches, but you definitely want to make sure you leave enough room up top around the mouth of the glass so that whoever is drinking from the glass if they're not using a straw, they're not putting their lips onto the vinyl, okay? So there are a few things that I'm gonna do before we actually jump into making the design. What I'm gonna do is to ungroup the design first over in the layers panel. As you can see, there are 5 layers available. So what I'm gonna do is to change the selected, or I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, so you see these little like stars. I'm gonna click on those and change the color to like a turquoise blue or a teal color. I think I'm gonna go for a teal. Okay, and then I'm also gonna click on the inside of those flowers and change that to the same color. Gonna click on the flowers. I think that's what that is. Let me see. Yeah, the flowers. Gonna click on that layer and change that color to pink. And I'm also gonna click on those eyes and the mouth and the nose of the bear and change that to black. And then just click on the bear head and change that to pink as well. Now you don't have to do this, but I just like to know what color vinyl options I'm working with, and that's why I just went ahead on this screen to change up all the colors. So I'm going to group my design together, and then what I'll do is to add a shape, or click on shape and then click the square. Just going to decrease the width or the height of that square. And okay, so basically what I'm going to do is to add this rectangle so I can see how I want to layer this design. Okay, so the order that I'm going to layer my design is black, blue, and then pink. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to change the color of this rectangle to black. I'm going to click on it, make a duplicate copy, and you can right click and then click duplicate. I'm going to change that one to pink. And then right click again, make a duplicate, and change this one to that teal color, okay? And what I'm gonna do is to just select everything, and you can see all the layers are selected over to the left. Click align and then click left. So now what I want to do is to click on my design and click the ungroup button. So now what I want to do is to click all of my teal layers. So I have 1 and then 2, and then I'm going to click that square at the top, okay? And then I'm going to click attach. And so if you want to select multiple pieces at a time, you just click on each layer, and I recommend that you click the layers over on the right layers panel. Click on each layer while holding down the shift button on your keyboard, and that will allow you to select multiple layers. So I'm going to hide this teal blue layer. And then I'm going to click on both of my pink layers. So this layer right here, and then the bear head layer, and then the square layer. Click the attach button. And then I'm going to hide that layer. And then all that I have left are my black layers. And then I'm going to click the attach button, okay? So now what I'm going to do is to turn on all of my layers. And this is what my design looks like, okay? So moving on, I'm going to click the make button. And you should have gotten a pop-up if you want to save your project. Be sure to save it. I always recommend that you save your project. Let me just go back and save this project just in case Cricut Design Space decides to shut down on me. So I'm going to type in Boba and Bear, teddy bear, beard can glass. And I know that's a lot to type in, but you know, sometimes you may think of a specific word, and I'll just be able to search for any of these words in this name. So I'm going to click save. Okay, and then click the make button. You can see all 3 of my layers here. And then I'm going to click the continue button. My Cricut machine is going to connect to my computer. And then I'm going to click Premium Outdoor Vinyl, and then click Remember Material Settings, because my computer is going to remember this setting for each one of these different layers. So now I'm about to hop over and start cutting out my adhesive vinyl. So I'm gonna cut my pink adhesive vinyl first. I'm just gonna put it on that mat and just smooth it out. Make sure it is stuck to that mat. And then I'm going to load it into my Cricut machine. And the setting or material setting that I'm using for this, all of my adhesive vinyl, is the premium outdoor vinyl setting. Okay, so my vinyl has been cut. I'm going to take my scissors now and see if there's any excess that needs to be cut off. I do like to keep some of my scraps. Okay, so now I'm going to start weeding out my designs. What I think I'm gonna do is to take my X-Acto knife and just cut around some of these designs. Make sure you cut lightly if you take this approach so that you do not cut through your paper backing. You want to just cut through your adhesive vinyl. You do not want to cut through your paper backing. This is the layer that has those eyeballs on it. And again, you want to cut just enough so that you're not cutting all the way through your paper backing. So I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and kind of just go through the design, so it'll be a little bit easier for me to weed out these eyeballs for my teddy bears. Again, take your time whenever you're weeding your design. Okay, so now I'm going to take my weeder and just try to slowly weed my design. And as you can see, with my X-Acto knife, I cut out that little square or rectangle shape. So this allows me to weed in separate pieces instead of trying to weed one large sheet of adhesive vinyl at a time. So I'm just going to continue that process. Okay, so as you can see, I have all three of my layers here on my table, and the order for which I'm going to lay them is going to be my black, my blue, and then my pink. Okay, and I do want to point out again that the reason I put these little rectangles in the top corner is so that whenever it's time to layer my designs, it will be super easy for me to layer them. Okay, so what I'll do now is to get my transfer tape and tear or cut off a piece. Okay, so with my transfer tape, I like to bend it in the middle when I go down on top of my my adhesive vinyl. Okay, so I'm gonna bend it down in the middle and just smooth it out to the right, and then smooth it out to the left. Okay, so for this little corner that does not have a piece of transfer tape on it, I'm just gonna cut off another small piece. So now I will take this transfer tape with the adhesive vinyl on the back side, flip it over, and use my scraper to press down on the design. What I want to do is to peel my transfer tape off of the paper backing. Okay, so next comes our blue layer, and we want to try to align this rectangle up on top of this rectangle as best as we possibly can. Now, as you will notice, some of my little dots on my flowers are off a little bit, and it's probably because, you know, I didn't get all of my rectangles exactly perfect. But once I get this onto my glass, I'm just going to take my weeder and kind of move those little dots where they belong onto those flowers. But overall, I think this looks really good. So I'm just going to flip this over, take my scraper, press down. Okay, so I'm gonna move that out of the way. I have this small little shirt that I'm gonna use to lay my glass down on, okay, my beer glass. And then I'm going to peel my design away from that paper backing. Okay, now be sure to cut off your rectangle in the top left corner because we do not need that to go onto our glass. Okay, so then what we will do is to basically just lay the design on top of the glass. And again, I'm kind of going to go down in the middle like that onto my glass. And then I'm going to pick up my glass, smooth around on my left side. And then I'm going to hold that side really quickly. Just smooth that out on this side first. Just gonna pull up this extra transfer tape. Okay, I'll fix that little flower in just a second. Then I'm gonna smooth out this side. So just take your hand, or you can take your scraper, and just kind of go all the way around your glass. And if you make any mistakes, just know that this is adhesive vinyl, so you can kind of peel it back up and fix your mistakes, okay? So I'm just gonna peel off my transfer tape. Make sure that your design stuck to your glass. So this is what the finished glass look like. I'm just gonna stick a piece of paper in there so you can get a better feel for what this looks like. I think it looks really, really cute. So what I'm gonna do now is to take this little weeding tool that I have from Tech Wrap, and this little bear right here, he has some bubbles in him. So if you have any of your pieces that have bubbles in them, just take a really, really fine point tip and just stick a hole in the design, and that's gonna let some of that air out from that bubble, okay? And then all you have to do is just basically smooth your design out, okay? So I'm just gonna straighten up this flower right here. Just gonna peel it up a little bit. Smooth it out. Do the same thing with this little petal. Smooth it out. And that looks really good. Gonna move this little dot over to the middle of this flower. So as I mentioned before, as long as you have your rectangles that were in the top left of our design, as long as you have those perfectly lined up, you will not have to worry about doing this part right here, what you just saw me do. But I absolutely love this design. It is so cute, and I feel like it's a really, really trendy design. Okay, so here are the two designs that I got from Boba and Bear, and these are the beer can glasses that I made. They are super, super cute. Boba and Bear has so many different designs that can fit a Libbey 16-ounce beer can glass, especially those that have the top and the straw. So be sure to go over, check out the link down below, and go over to Boba and Bear so you can get these two designs and so many more designs. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below in the chat, and also let me know what your favorite designs are from Boba and Bear. They have some really, really great designs. Again, these beer can glasses are very, very popular, especially those that have the top and the straw that go with them. But again, be sure to go over to Boba and Bear to get these two designs and so many more. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.